Good morning. It's 5 a.m. at beautiful Sunny Beach, Mosquito Creek Lake in northeastern Ohio. And my friend Gary wanted to tell you a joke, but thanks to my screwed up editing and things like that, and this is basically live. This is recorded live in front of a live studio audience. Hey, everybody out there, but they're not allowed to talk, and they all have their COVID-19 masks on, which I told them they didn't have to do because I don't believe in that conspiracy stuff. But it's like, it's not the law, but it's like we don't want to see anybody getting arrested or anything. But all right, this is not. We don't want to copyright this or anything, but this is Gary's joke he wanted to tell everybody, so I told him I'd let him go.
Hi, everybody. Harry here. Hey, if the moon was made out of barbecued spare ribs, would you eat it? I know I would. And I'd ask for a second helping and wash it down with an ice cold Budweiser.
Well, that was pretty funny. That sort of sounded like Harry Carey from the Chicago Cubs and various other baseball teams that he announced for. So that was interesting. I don't know how we got them both on there at the same time, because a lot of people said, "That's you doing that, man." And I was like, I can't do that voice. So, plus I don't even drink Budweiser, you know. I used to, but I think because of my sugar, it was giving me headaches. So I had to go to like, I don't want to do any brand names, which I probably blew that already, but I had to drink something with a little less sugar in it. And I'm getting older, and I dig Rodney Dangerfield, and he used to drink this kind too. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it tastes great, and it doesn't really fill you up. Maybe because I'm a famous die-cast race car driver, I might get a gig on some kind of commercial somewhere. What do you think? Okay, let's look at some more cars here. We got kind of lucky with a few of them. We got kind of unlucky with a couple doubles, but here's one super modified. I've seen this one before in a different color. This is from the 2001 set. Number 183. I think I seen a black one. It might even been the first edition, but these kind of look to me like they could be a track car, cross between an Indy car and a mud track car, a dirt track car. So I don't actually know what these are. So it's maybe somebody with more Hot Wheels experience and car experience than me would be able to tell us what that is. Maybe somebody special. All right. Oh gosh, here's another one of these. 1999 first edition Track T. I know I have these. So if somebody needs a Track T or wants a Track T, this will be one of those ones that goes pretty cheap. Of course, as always, and I'm repeating myself, I got to tack on that $5 for one car, $8 or $9 for three cars, something like that, just because I ship it through the United States Post Office, and I have to add that on there, that shipping cost, because I can't. I mean, it's like I had to buy these cars from a collector, and then I have to mail them to you, and it's like, I'm not going to do that for like $1, you know what I mean? And it's like, so whatever the car's worth, whatever it work out, one car, tack on $5, three cars, tack on $9. The more cars, you know, the less it is. So here's this one, you got to look really, really close at the graphics, but there's some flames coming off the wheels, and it looks pretty good. And this might be a different version of the 1980 Corvette, but it just says Corvette. And this is from the 2001 collection. And I'm not sure if it's 1980, but I got a whole bunch of gold 1980 ones that sort of look like that. And this is a good phone too that I'm recording this on. It's like, with the glare and the flames, it just doesn't do it justice on there. And I can't believe we're in the 5 minutes on this already. This is like crazy. We're gonna end up with a million more different vlogs. So here's another one that you can get off of me. I know I got doubles and triples and quadruples with this. That's what my friend Freddie's doing. I told him, I said, I don't want 15 of these cars, man. So he's like, oh, no, I'll send you some good ones. So he split them all up in different bags. So it was like 2 of them in each bag, or sometimes 3. It's like, he got me again. But he's a good old guy, and it's a good cause. And there are, once in a while, I have so many, it's like it's hard for me to get one that I don't have. So, you got that too. Unbelievable pile of cars that I have. Anyway, here we go. 1999 first edition Pikes Peak. You can get that one for $10. I'll sell you that one for $10, and that includes the $5 shipping. All right, 1 car by itself, $5. 3 cars, about $9. Okay, what's this? Hot Wheels Prototype 12. Woo! I bet you this one's fast on the track. Wouldn't mind sending. We'll get a couple of them. I only want 2 though. I like to send one of them to Randy at Rust Belt Racing, the TFT Raceway, the Tooth Fairy, Randy Tooth Fairy on Sunday Night Pinks. Shout out to Randy and Mrs. Tooth Fairy. I like Mrs. Tooth Fairy is like back behind the camera. She don't get on there too often, but man, is she? If you guys are watching this, her reaction on the wrecks and things like that, it's like it makes it so much better. And Randy's the same way. I mean, they get into it, these wrecks. You think you're watching like the real thing, and especially if you have cars involved in it, it just makes it even better. But Mrs. Tooth Fairy, man, she's like, her reactions on these wrecks and stuff like that, and real close races, it's just she makes it, man. She makes that channel. My wife enjoys it too. She races on Sunday night. Oh my gosh, we got tons of these. The Tailbot Lago red one. One of the other videos about 3 videos ago, I was like, I think that's the first time I seen a red one. I should have known these were coming. I think, and I'm not sure, but I think this thing might have been called a tail dragger too at one time. I know I got another video. I got to go back and look at it and see, or through one of the totes and see what the heck the tail dragger look like. This is called Tailbot Lago, which is Lago like Spanish for dragger, maybe. I don't know. Do I know? No, I'm just guessing. I only know I gotta learn how to speak Spanish cassette, and I drove 14 hours, and it wasn't a real good one. And I was so sick of it, I ended up tossing it out the window after like 7 hours of the same bullshit. It's like if they would have reversed it, it might have been better, but it was like it was a hard one to understand. So I'm gonna try like a different one, and I'm not sponsored by these guys or not, but I think the next one I'm gonna try is Babbel. So if anybody has a Babbel one, because I was like trying to learn Japanese too at the same time, and it was like trying to learn Spanish and Japanese at the same time, and it's like kind of fucked up. All right. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful little car. Mazda MX-5 Miata. My daughter had one of these. She moved to California and wanted me to sell her car for her. And we sold it for her, but I tell you what, before I did, I took that thing for a ride a few times, man. That sucker was nice. I mean, it was fast. I had my brother Howard in there, and we were going down the road flying, and it was like the telephone poles were like whoop, 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 and he was shitting himself, and I was shitting a little bit too. And it was like there was a construction site, and what these guys were doing is they were actually putting like it was either a sewer line or a water line across the road. So they actually had a cutout on the road that was probably about maybe like, it seemed like it was not wide at all, but we were flying. And whatever they need to cut the road out. I know they don't do much because they got to fill that all back in. But we were flying, man. And they didn't have the steel part on the other side of the road, and the flagman wasn't ready yet. And we were going so fast, it was like these guys just caught. They looked like they were like a million miles down the road, and all of a sudden they were right there. We flew over top of that, and it was probably like 36, maybe over 3 feet wide hole. Over top of that damn thing. Them guys were all yelling and throwing their hard hats at us. You could like see them just for a second in the rear view mirror. We were going so fast. I must have had that car That was so much fun. But not that. That was scary as shit, man. We come back and parked that sucker after that because that was crazy. Howard was all screaming like a girl. And that was funny. Oh, man. Yeah, we thought we were going to die. It was like almost Dukes of Hazzard. But we went over that hole so fast, man. It was like, it didn't even phase that car. And it was fun, man. It was fun. I liked that little car, but she needed them. I should have kept it, but I don't know. It's like wouldn't be no good in the snow or nothing. And every time she took it out, like with her friends and stuff, and she was a good girl. She didn't tell her parents everything she did, but every time she brought it back, man, there was like another piece off that car missing. Like the shroud was missing, or the passenger side mirror was missing, or this was missing, or whatever. And I know she was partying and shit out there and stuff in her high school days, but it was like, man, what the fuck? Every time she come back, there's something more. But the car ran great, man. Somebody actually thought it was like one of them cars that was like in the Trachina or whatever the heck that hurricane was. Tarina. The one where all the people were in the or not the Astrodome, but down there in New Orleans. All right, fuck that. I thought that was a good story. That it was. Ask me more about that story. Comment below. I can't believe we're in 11 minutes and I only talked like a couple cars. I'm so sorry about this, but it's like this is like therapy for me. Just talking to y'all. I miss y'all. We're up to we're almost up to 500,000 subscribers. All we need is I always get this wrong. 499,980 more subscribers, and we'll be right there. We're going to have a big party, and I think I'm going to give a Colossal Crash race set to the winner. Everything's in there, except for the corner of the box is like a little bit damaged, but it's all in there. And then, if it ain't, then, well, it's all in there. It's all in there, which is probably like an $80 value. I don't know how much it'll be worth now, because, they'll probably make something. But at the time when I got this one, it was the biggest Hot Wheels motorized race set. So you got that going for you. And I have one. And maybe one day I'll get my little grandsons and we'll play it on there, and I'll do like a live video of that. So that'll be cool. But this car here is so badass. It's an Impala lowrider. And Freddie, my compliments. This is not a double yet that I don't have. But we'll probably find it in another bag knowing Freddie. Pretty nice car. Top's all white. Hey, if any of these cars happen to be these older ones, they'll say treasure hunt on the side. But if anybody knows something about these cars that I'm showing on here, like I had the Olds 422, I had the exact same car, first edition. One of them had a gold base and one of them had a silver base, and I'm still I didn't look that up yet. So if you guys see that, put it down in the comments. I usually answer the comments. I only have that many subscribers, so I always I don't look at it every day, but I look at it a lot of times. I'll eventually look at it. I know I have another one of these, and I tell you what, I thought this car was like, oh my gosh, I bet you that thing's worth at least $15. I know my good friend Doug will give me $15 for it, but actually I looked it up on eBay, and to be honest, after shipping and stuff like that, you can probably get this one pretty cheap, but it's a damn nice car. A damn nice car. Here, let me move this so you can see the tempos, kind of. I got that glare going on out here, I got to put that umbrella thing going on. But this is one of them X-ray cruisers. This is the X-rays before the X-rays. The tempo's an X-ray. So this is a nice car, though. I like Camaros. I do like Camaros. Gus Greenfield, Busted Luck was a Camaro. Well, still is a Camaro. I don't know I hope I'll ever get that back. 3D, if you're ever watching this, which I slip one on his channel once in a while. If you're ever watching that, I'd like to get that car back. I think I sent you money, and I do owe you a t-shirt too. One of my Busted Luck Gus Greenfield t-shirts. And you can see Ironhead Jim Houghton's car way in the background on that t-shirt. You'll see Busted Luck. It says Gus Greenfield and Busted Luck, and way in the background, you can see Jim Houghton back there, crashed up on the rail, man. And if it wasn't for him, I would have never even got into that. I would have never even qualified for that, because I got in on a technicality because they screwed up where they placed the cars each time. And I thought they should have let us race again. Watch that video. It's season 2, race 6, qualifying on 3dbotmaker.com. Watch that video. Gus Greenfield. The first race, I got robbed. I got robbed, man. Second race, wheel control, I lost it. Probably from being so pissed off from the first race. Third race I won, and fourth race I won, but I didn't get in on the points. But since somebody pointed out, it's like, hey, that blue car got to start in the front 3 times, and that white car only got to start in the front once. And it was like, he had a white car and I had a white car. He had like a Z28 or something. I had a Camaro, 68 Camaro, Copo, something like that. And they let me in on the regular race on season 2 for on a technicality, and I did good on there. I come in third 3 times, I think. And I think the other one, I think I got wrecked. But also, if you watch the video of that, there was a guy that got knocked off the track and landed down on the bottom. He didn't get killed like in that guy in the van did, McBride, or whatever his name was, but because they made him wear the 5-point harness now. But he came all the way off the top of the track, and then the winner of that race, I was already wrecked, but I was the one that, there was a car that ran into him, and I blasted those guys, and it knocked him way off, and they blamed the other guy for it, but I watched the videotape, and it was like, I hit the one car that hit him, that knocked him off. He comes down the track, here comes the winner, whoop, boom! It was amazing. It was an amazing hit. So I should have got points for that too, and it was like, I got a lot of Gus Greenfield fans out there, a lot of Busted Luck fans, and if I ever get that car back, you guys will see it again, and if not, I did find a few of them that I'm going to make some replicas of it. You know, it'd be kind of cool. And I can't believe this is getting into, I can't believe I'm having so much fun. I hope you're enjoying this. Please like and subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share. It lets me know that you care. And let's get this up to 500,000 subscribers. And then we'll double that and get 1 million. Who knows what I'll give away when we get 1 million. That'll be great. But I'm having so much fun doing this. The time just goes by. And I know it's like this rambling. I hope you enjoy it. Because it's like, I've only had like 1.5 adult beverages. Usually I'm like slam hammered on this stuff. But let me show you this last one. And I think I have another one of these, maybe. I don't know about this color, but the number 21, it's got a name on there too. This would be like, so it looks like Ribbon Racing or something like that. I thought there might have been a driver on there. But the slide out, that's a dirt track. My good friend Dave Blaney and his brother and his dad, Lou Blaney, and his son, Ryan Blaney's a NASCAR driver now. Dave won't remember me, but I sure as heck fire remember him. He lives right down the street from me. I talked to him and stuff back in the day. I went to some of his, he owns Sharon Speedway over in Sharon, Pennsylvania, that's not far from here. And I talked to him. My good friend Mike is friends with him, works on his cars and stuff like that. So, find that interesting. I might have some Dave Blaney stuff that you can buy. And I actually think Dave Blaney is technically the most losingest driver in NASCAR. And he's a hell of a driver. It's just a weird stat. He was in so many races, but he never won one. He had chances to win one like many times, and he'd blow a tire on the last lap, or something dumb would happen. He was riding with, driving a car for Richard Childress Racing, the Jack Daniels car one year. I thought that was it. I got a picture of him with him. And it was like, I was supposed to be holding the Jack Daniels bottle. It was like a wine cooler Jack Daniels, so you could see the label on it. And like a dumbass, everybody's like waving at me and stuff like that, telling me to turn the bottle around. So there's a stupid ass picture of me and Dave Blaney and my buddy Mike where I'm holding the bottle backwards. And that was like my 15 minutes of fame. Up until now. And I can't believe we're hitting 19 minutes. I gotta get the hell out of here. But it's been good talking to you. And I'm Gus Greenfield, and I approve this message.